Hello, good morning to you. Welcome, Talkin really here, and this story is a win for disabled people. It's a legal battle that's been going on a little while. It's been against the DWP and automatic deductions from benefits, which is for paying for your utility bills. So for things that you owe, the companies, the fraudulent utility billing companies, remember they're not supplying you with anything apart from a bill. You already know this, I've already said it many times, and for anybody that's interested and want to reduce your bill by 100%, then the easiest way is to cancel your account with your utility bill company. For example, if you've got OVO or whatever, cancel your account, pay up what you owe, and then change your meter. It's perfectly legal. You're already legally covered. You may obviously have to be very strong to fight them because they're not going to let you go. However, it's perfectly legal for you to do everything and have your own meter fitted. Now, obviously, there will be some out there going, oh, don't think I can do that. That's fair enough. The people will not everybody can do it, because you're not going to be able to stand up to these bullies, but they are bullies. And this legal battle has been won. A disabled lady, Helen Timpson, 51, of Leicester, argued that it was unlawful and immoral that the DWP enabled water and energy firms to draw down up to 25% of the claimant's benefits, and without any form of checking in most cases. Hundreds of thousands of claimants are understood to be suffering this deduction, compulsory deduction. The High Court ruled that DWP was illegal because office officials failed to give claimants the opportunity to challenge the request, meaning they could not be in a position to decide whether the actual deduction was in the claimant's interest and actually lawful. Was it justified? Did these people actually owe any money whatsoever? Well, that's debatable. The judge, Mr. Justice Kavanagh, said the lack of opportunity for claimants to provide DWP with evidence as to whether the deduction was affordable, whether the debt was even owed, or to discuss more favourable alternative repayments. So obviously there was no discussions about maybe paying a certain amount per month to do your debt. Let me clarify that under contract law, providing you make an offer, so don't refuse, never, ever refuse to pay. Always make an offer. And in most cases, they can't refuse it. So this is the way to do it. If you owe money, never ever just stop paying. You can always write to them and say, look, I'm going to give you a conditional offer. You satisfy A, B and C, and I will give you X amount of money. Now, providing of course you can afford it and it's basically going to be something reasonable, then they have no excuse but to accept it. Timpson suffered benefit deductions on several occasions without her consent. On one occasion, the energy company wrongly deducted £81 a month. £81 a month for a year and a half for a debt that did not exist. This is what they're like. They are just bully boys. And when you know what I know, and the fact is that they don't supply you with anything at all except the bill, this £81 a month for a year and a half is ridiculous. Now, when she asked the DWP to stop paying, it refused, basically because they supported the utilities. As with most things in life, the police or anybody, they always side with whoever's making the claim, in this case the utilities. On another occasion when she challenged a deduction made by Southern Water in respect of arrears and ongoing usage, the deductions were eventually removed and the debt payments reduced by £31 a month. So you can imagine that she was paying £31 a month more than she should have done. Now, obviously she can't work, she has physical and mental health conditions, and said that far from it from being in her interest to have the deductions made, it has left her with little control over her finances. She said that she was over the moon at the judgment. The fact is that the DWP now need to seek representations from the benefit claimants before making the actual decision to deduct money from the benefits. And what they do is they have a block, they do a block list basically, and they send the DWP a whole list of names of people, and there's no details on it. It's just names and addresses and the money that they need to have. Basically, this is what they do with warrants as well. They put a whole list of names into the court, a fake court, mind you, because they actually have a room that they hire. So it's not even a real court, bear that in mind. It's not even a criminal offence, it's a civil offence, basically. And under civil law, you are under the realms of contract. So if you have no contract with them, then that's the idea of cancelling your account, because you're cancelling your contract, the implied contract you never signed up for anyway. But if you can cancel it properly, pay off what you owe, it makes life a lot easier in the long term, because then they cannot chase you for debt. If once you owe them money, they can keep on and on and on, and then of course they can bring in other methods such as bailiffs and courts and the fake courts and fake warrants. If you've got nothing tying you to them, like a debt, then they should not really be coming around. They should not be contacting you, even though they will. I know that from experience. But this case is a very, very important, because it's going to release a lot of people's debt to these fake, illegal, fraudulent companies that are not even supplying you with anything. They're supplying you with a bill. Right, so there we go. That's a legal battle. And if you're affected by this, then please do contact your local DWP or your whatever, and see if you can get this stopped. And you can obviously quote this law case, because it's now obviously case law. Once it's been certified by a judge in court as being this legal challenge, then it becomes case law. So you must quote it as being law. Right, catch you later.